Hello everyone, welcome back to the Rivals of Ixalan full set review. We're going to start talking about the blue cards, and to help me get through, Anthony, how you doing for blue?
Yeah, good. Let's get tricky with some blue cards.
Alright, let's see if we can get a bit of control, a bit of going along.
Yeah, the best way to be.
Going to start off with classic blue counterspell, Admiral's Order. This is cancel, counter target spell for 1 blue. It also has raid, so if you attack with a creature this turn, you may play just blue to get your counterspell.
It's really interesting. So anything that happens in combat on your turn makes this really good to counter their stuff. Otherwise, it's just cancel. So I'm not huge on this card, to be honest.
Yeah, if there's just general limited, it's not terrible. I will play a cancel in limited.
Yeah.
And the fact that you can protect yourself against any sort of instant speed stuff for really cheap is nice. Don't think this is going to make it in standard. There's not likely to be an aggressive blue-red deck to get there, so it's fine.
Yeah, they play 3-mana counters though, don't they?
They do, but there's plenty of better ones at the moment.
Sure.
I mean, you can get 3-mana counters that counter-activated abilities, that exile spells, that do all that sort of stuff. So this one not that interesting.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll keep moving.
Aquatic Incursion, 3 and a blue for an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 blue merfolk creature tokens with hexproof, and you can pay 3 and a blue to give target merfolk unblockable on end of turn, or it can't be blocked. This is an interesting card. It seems overpriced to me for
just
what
a
you're getting.
touch, I think. 4 mana is probably just more than you want to pay for the 2 merfolk creatures, and making a creature unblockable for 4 gives you some nice inevitability.
Yeah. Take you 20 turns to kill them. But yeah.
Well, not if you have that Mistbind merfolk, because that gives you 2 2/2s, so that's 4 power and toughness for 4 mana, plus a hexproof. Yeah, in a merfolk deck, in a dedicated merfolk deck, I can see this being quite good. I mean, this straight after the Lord, the mythic guy, gives you 3 merfolk without anything else.
Yep.
To tap to do things. I can see this popping up in places, but I don't think it's going to be a major player.
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this card. I don't think it's going to be that good.
Yeah, I know. Limited, I think I'm going to play it in my merfolk decks because it makes 2 merfolk, and just having density of merfolk sometimes is important.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. If that's the case, then this might be okay.
Next we have a Crafty Cutpurse. This is a 4 mana 2/2. It's a rare, so it has flash, and when it enters the battlefield, each token that would be created under an opponent's control is created under your control instead.
That's awesome.
So that's a really neat trick. I don't think it's going to be great anywhere, but it's a really cool trick. When you get someone, it's going to feel awesome.
Oh, yeah.
When you get someone, it's going to be awesome, but the number of times you're going to get someone is going to be like maybe once in the entire life of the set.
Oh, yeah, I don't think this is good in limited. What makes tokens in limited?
The black-white mythic vampire.
What was that again?
So that's the 4 mana 1/1.
Yeah.
So they spend the entire time pumping it up and making it huge, and then you kill it and flash this in and
that's
get all
not
of their
gonna
tokens. Your opponent plays the 4 mana merfolk maker, again make 2 merfolk, and you get the 2 merfolk.
Yeah, it's not worth this.
Someone makes
but she's a crafty lass. I really like the design of the card, but I don't. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think it's very good.
No, I mean, I'm probably going to chuck it in a sideboard, and if my opponent's playing something like Dead Man's Chest, which is in black, makes a bunch of treasure tokens, I might bring this in if they've got some kind of really serious token making thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not that good overall.
Crashing Tide, 2 and a blue for a sorcery. It has flash as long as you control a merfolk, which is pretty cool. You can return target creature to its owner's hand and draw a card. So bounce, draw a card for 3 mana. This is okay.
Yeah, I mean,
flash, that's pretty good.
A 3 mana instant, unsummon, draw a card. It's fine.
I'd play it.
It's good. So in Merfolk, it's good. not in Merfolk, is it still good enough as a sorcery?
It's definitely worse, but I still think it's playable. Like, it's just that the removal is so bad. Like, this is good against like the pacifism that we saw in white, but it's also good against all the auras that are around at the moment. So the blue one that gives flying, and the lifelink ones. So I think this is a necessary evil. Without flash, but with flash it's really good. I think you'll always play it. I will always play it.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I'm certainly going to have one or two. I don't think I want more than that, being a common, so you don't want to get too many of them. But, yeah, I can see playing it.
Yeah.
Alright, so we have a Curious Obsession. So this is Enchanted Creature. Whenever it so it gets +1/+1, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. So that's cool. A little bit of buff. Only 1 mana. The problem is, if you didn't attack with the creature this turn, you have to sacrifice it. So it's kind of, you must attack or you lose the Curious Obsession.
Yeah, I don't like this kind of card.
I mean, I really like it if I have that blue-red unblockable guy.
Yes.
Because then it's a 3/3 and draws me a card every turn.
Yeah, of course. This is really good with evasive creatures. Yeah. So I think that'll depend on how many of them you have. Will depend if you want this or not.
Yeah, I think I'm likely to pick this up and play it in blue because you should be able to get some evasion in blue. But
yeah,
just be careful.
Bunch of flyers and all that.
Alright, what do we got here?
Deadeye Rig Hauler. 3 and a blue for a 3/2 pirate. Human pirate, and it has a raid trigger, which is when it enters the battlefield, if you attack with a creature this turn, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. I like this card.
Well, it's going to be Marshall Sutcliffe's favourite card of the set because it's a mana war.
But you have to have attacked. It's not just a straight up tempo play. So
yeah, it's a really bad mana war. I'm not even sure if it's quite good enough because it's 4 mana instead of 3. You have to have attacked to get that trigger, and it's a 3/2. So without the trigger, it's a 4 mana 3/2.
Yeah, it definitely is the raid that that makes it hard. 4 mana is fine. There was a card in Origins that was a 2/2 for 4 mana that just bounced when it entered, and that was the best blue common I think in that set. So this one though, having to have attacked. Yeah, I don't know. But when you trigger that, that's going to be really, really good.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. You have to be able to trigger raid pretty reliably, and I just don't know how easy that's going to be without chomp attacking. Because you don't want to trade a card away for this, or even throw a card away to get this raid trigger.
Yeah, again, I think evasive creatures are going to be king here.
Alright, next we have Expel from Orazka. So this is 1 and a blue instant.
This is cool art. I really like it. 1 and a blue for an instant. It has a sand and return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. If you have the city's blessing, you may put that permanent on top of its owner's library instead. Okay, we don't care about ascend that much. 2 mana to bounce a non-land permanent. We've seen that before. I think that's again a necessary evil, and I think we'll find ourselves playing it.
So I mean, if we put this straight up against a 3 mana draw a card, bounce a creature, where does this fit? Is it above, below? Which would you rather play?
The one that draws me a card.
Yeah, the draw a card?
Yeah, just because most of the time this is going on a creature anyway.
Fair enough. There are a couple of enchantments. I think if your opponent has some of that enchantment removal, maybe, or some really important enchantments.
Yeah.
Like your black-white exiling thing. Exile.
Oh, so you mean I get to exile more things? I'm okay with that.
You could bounce your own.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Like, exile 3 things, and just before the trigger goes off, you just bounce it up.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm all for that.
Yeah, I think this is fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
Alright, this is useless. 2 mana, so blue for a sorcery, return an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand, exile Flood Recollection. I'm not playing a recover that only gets instant sorceries.
Yep.
Hornswoggle.
2 and a blue for an instant, counter target creature spell, you get a treasure. I don't like it. It costs too much.
Yeah, the Essence Scatter was good because it cost 2 mana, and the 3 mana plus a treasure isn't going to be good enough.
No, I'm not a fan.
No.
I mean, sometimes you'll play it because they've got big dinosaurs or something. So it's not like you're never going to play it, but it's not something you ever have to prioritize.
If you're really short of removal, this kind of effect is more important. This can act as bad removal, but
yeah,
helps you get to Ascend.
Yeah, sure. Induced Amnesia. 2 and a blue for an enchantment. When Induced Amnesia enters the battlefield, target player exiles all cards from his or her hand face down, then draws that many cards. And when Induced Amnesia is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, return the exiled cards to their owner's hand. Now, I don't like this at all.
So, you play this on yourself, because it's target player, and then you draw a bunch of cards. You use all of those cards until you get down to Expel from Orasco, and then you bounce Induced Amnesia so you can draw all the cards you had before.
Sure.
Card draw. I figured it out.
That's a lot of work.
It's terrible.
No, this seems real bad.
It's real bad. I'm not picking this. This is going to be that rare that goes around the table twice, and is still last picked every time.
Yeah, and I don't really like the art. I don't know, Jace kind of looks like a zombie there. But also, who didn't see this coming? Like, Vraska takes pity on Jace, and then he ends up figuring it all out, remembering stuff, and then he sort of wipes their mind. Like, who didn't see that coming?
An old story spotlight card. Let's keep moving.
They just messed with Vraska. She was so cool before. But anyway.
This is a Kitesail Corsair. This is a 2 mana 2/1 that should always have flying when it matters, which is when it attacks. So you turn it sideways to trigger your raid. I think this is really good common for blue.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is going to be top common. Yeah, just a really cool card. Pick it high, and I feel like it should be upside down because the sky's at the bottom of the picture. Like, I feel like I should be turning my head.
Yeah, it's interesting. So it's a very brave. He's doing a bit of a barrel roll, so that's cool.
Yeah, do a barrel roll.
That Commander's Awakening.
This is interesting. 2 blue for an enchantment has Ascend, and at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. If you have the City's Blessing, instead, only you draw a card. No.
4 mana do nothing on that turn, and on the following turn, you just get each player draws a card.
I mean, the good thing about this compared to other versions like this, like Howling Mine, is that you draw the card on your turn, so you will be the first one to get benefit off it.
Sure. I mean, Howling Mine costs 2, but...
Yeah, okay, I'm just saying. Yeah, I don't think this card's anywhere near playable.
This goes into like Nekus or EDH decks, just because you want everyone to draw cards all the time.
Yeah, but you're going to get Ascend much easier in EDH.
Probably, and then it turns off.
But then, yeah, then you get to draw, I guess. That's still good.
Yeah. Alright, let's keep moving to the Mist-Cloaked Herald. This is pretty amazing, to be honest. This is a Merfolk, 1 mana 1/1, can't be blocked. And the only reason that's amazing is because it's a Merfolk. Unblockable Merfolk.
I think this card's really good.
Because it's also going to trigger your raid, so you probably put this in your blue-red pirate raid decks, so you can trigger raid all day.
Yep, definitely. I think it's much better in the blue-green Merfolk decks because you can just pile on the counters and things like that with like River Herald's Boon. Attacking for 3 on turn 2 is just crazy, and the enchantment, the 2 mana 2/2 +2/+2.
Oh jeez, there's a Christmas Land curve for you. This on turn 1.
No,
Boon
that
on turn
happened all
2.
the time.
It's
It
now
happened
a 3/3.
all the time.
And then turn 3, play the enchantment, put a 3rd counter on it, flip it, attack 4, turn after that, attack for 8. I think your opponent's dead by that point.
Yeah, done.
That's really cool.
Yeah, no, that is really cool. Sorry, that's Christmas Land, but it's not uncommon. It wasn't uncommon to get a 1-drop and then buff it with +2/+2 for like 2 or 3 turns in a row. That happened all the time in Ixalan Limited. So this is going to be a really good card if that strategy is still viable.
Rubyhild's Rune was it counters or just +1/+1?
Counters.
Was counters, yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So really important blue common for a couple of different decks. You're not going to see this on the wheel, so grab it early.
Yeah.
Negate is back. Counter target non-creature spell.
Sideboard.
Cool art for negate. Keep moving.
Yeah. Colourful. I'll let you take this one.
So this is Nezahal, Primal Tide, and that's why you wanted me to do it, because it's a weird name. 5 blue for an Elder Dinosaur. This is a blue one. It can't be countered. Awesome. You have no maximum hand size. Sure. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, you get to draw a card, and if you discard 3 cards, you can flicker it. So exile it and return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. 7/7. So this is a huge card. It's quite good in Limited. Just because it can't be countered, and it can protect itself somewhat, so it's a finisher you can rely on. And I think this is going to hit standard, so if there is talking about that blue and white control deck, this is kind of the finisher you want, because your opponent can't counter it if you're in a control mirror, and they're going to have a really hard time of killing it, because you're drawing cards every time they try to kill it, and that helps you exile and bring it back.
I'm not convinced for standard. 3 cards is a lot to discard.
It is, but I mean,
I know that you do draw them.
What are you using to win the game in standard if you're in that blue control deck? I mean, it's either Approach of the Second Sun is the control deck at the moment, but that can be countered. So in the control mirror system isn't great. I mean, at the very least, I think there should be in a sideboard for the control mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you don't have to do it if it's not advantageous to discard the 3 cards.
I mean, it can just replace itself, because if they try to kill it, they're usually using a spell for it, so you get a card back.
I mean, it can still be just blocked, so it's got no evasion or anything like that. So in terms of being a reliable kill, it's not really there. It's just, you're clearing the field sort of thing, and keeping this alive, I guess. I don't know.
I think we'll see it around. I don't think this is going to disappear straight away.
No, I think it's really interesting. I'm just not sure how it will work. But I hope it gets there. It's a really cool card, and I absolutely love this artwork.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So good. So
as far as Limited, I'm probably not going to pick this up, because at 7 mana, there are probably better things to do.
Really? Then a 7/7, and if they cast a non-creature spell, draw a card?
It's just, it's so late, 7 mana, and
yeah, I suppose so.
Like it's not. I'm not gonna windmill slam this. This is not my awesome. I opened Nezahal. I'm taking it. I'm gonna look through the pack and be like, is there good removal? Is there something else going on?
Sure. Fair enough. Yeah, it is 7.
I don't get this card. I want to see what you make of this one.
Release to the wind, 2 and a blue for an instant. Exile target non-land permanent. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may cast it without paying its mana cost. So this is a flicker that you can use on your opponent's stuff. So you can get a blocker out of the way for a turn. You can save your guy from removal and then put it down the next turn, or it's nothing amazing or special, but it's got a lot of applications, so that's something.
I think it has a lot of applications, but it's one of those ones that are any of the little applications good enough? I mean, it's like, if I put pacifism on my opponent's creature and I need to move it, this helps me move pacifism. If I need to save my creature, sure, I can do that. If I need to exile a token, I can do that. Maybe in standard, I don't know, if with regards to like Godfarer's Gift. But I don't think there's enough. It's just really weird. There's so many cards that do everything it can do a little bit better.
I don't know. There's a part of me that really likes the look of it just because of the flexibility of it, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm leaning towards it's good, but it's, you can just stop an attacker for a turn. You can, if they play a combat trick on their guy, you can flicker it out or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, I do like that it stops a creature for 2 turns, effectively, because it has to be recast the following turn.
Yeah.
So it has to wait another turn to attack again. Yeah, if you're in a race, some sort of tempo, that might help. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting card. I'm looking forward to playing with it.
Yeah, I'll probably put it in the blue deck just to see what I can do with it.
Yeah, you'll find a spot to make it good.
Next is River Data. It's a 3-mana 2/3, which is not great stats. It can't be blocked by dinosaurs, which is something.
Whoop-de-doo. No, I don't like this card very much. It's playable, but nothing special.
It's pretty much the most important word on it is Merfolk. If you need Merfolk, this is a Merfolk.
Pretty much.
So is this one.
Riverwise Augur. Oh, stats aren't good though. 3 and a blue for a 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from the top of your library in any order. Brainstorm on the ETB. I don't know how good that is. It seems good to me, but stats are so bad.
I mean, this is a nice thing to flicker.
Yeah. Yeah, now you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it replaces itself because it is drawing a card. It takes the best card off the top of your library.
Yeah.
I think this is okay.
Is brainstorming better than drawing a card? Yeah, it is, right?
Yep.
So, yeah, I'd say this is playable then.
I mean, yeah, if you just say, if this was a 4-mana 2/2 draw a card, we'd probably play that.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, you've convinced me. This is really good. Play it.
And I don't think Merfolk is the most important part of this one, whereas before, you have to play it in Merfolk. It probably just goes in blue decks, because you want the control, you want the card draw selection stuff.
Yep.
We have Sailor of Means, so again, reprint. Why?
Go
Why is there a 3-mana 1/4 that makes a treasure? I don't get it.
I'm this close to going on a rant about this. This is so crap. Like, this isn't even a iconic card. It's not anything interesting or special. It's just a random card.
It's just not important, so...
Just get out.
Go away, Sailor. Here's some sea legs.
Blue mana for a flash aura. Enchanted creature gets +0/+2 as long as it's a pirate. Otherwise, it gets -2/-0. Why? No, I don't like this card very much.
I kind of like it. It's a flash downsize. And it stays on the creature. It's not an like these effects are usually Hydra Surge or something that decrease the power instants, which are mediocre combat tricks. This being an enchantment, I can get some people. I think as far as blue removal goes, you kind of have to play this sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess it's similar to Dive Down, right? And that turned out to be really good. Okay, yeah. I think you're right. This is probably fine. Sea legs. Seafloor Oracle. 2 blue for a 2/3 Merfolk Wizard. Whenever another Merfolk you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. No, not another. Whenever a Merfolk. This seems pretty good to me.
Play it with Kumena.
Merfolk deck. Kumena.
That's the 3-mana 2/4. You play the 3-mana 2/4, and then you play this on turn 4, tap it to make Kumena unblockable, hit, draw a card.
Nice.
Winning. Yeah, I really like Seafloor Oracle in a Merfolk strategy, both in Standard and in Limited. So if you have enough Merfolk, you're playing this because it's a coastal piracy for all your Merfolk.
Yep.
And there are
I like it.
several unblockable Merfolk so far.
Yeah. I think there's like 3, I think.
Yeah, very good. The Secrets of the Golden City is next. This is 1 blue for a sorcery with Ascend. It's a divination if you don't have the blessing, and it's a draw 3 cards if you do. And you know what? You probably play divination.
It is double blue.
Yeah, even so, I think I still will play this more often than not.
Well.
It's just going to get in there.
Yeah, I think so. Again, Ascend doesn't matter.
Silvergill Adept. This is a huge reprint. Although I always thought that Silvergill Adept was specific to that. I think it was Lorwyn had this.
Yep.
But apparently not. This is just a Merfolk Wizard. It's a 2-mana 2/1. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. But it costs 3 more if you, unless you can reveal a Merfolk card, which hopefully you can do. You put it in a Merfolk deck.
Yeah, this card's very good.
It's an important reprint because Modern All-Star for the fish deck over there, and definitely going to make it a standard Merfolk deck if that gets there.
Yep. This card's really good. I really want to play Merfolk now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I want to play the Merfolk deck. I just have to open a couple of Kumena. If I can get a couple of those without having to spend $20 on them, then I'm all in. But
Yep. I'm just going to draft the hell out of it and hopefully get the cards I need.
all right, so let's keep going. So we'll get a good card. Siren Reaver. What is this going to do?
Oh, cool art. 3 and a blue for a 3/2. It's got flying, right? Yeah.
Eventually.
3/2 flyer. Siren Reaver costs 1 less to cast if you attacked with a creature this turn. Ooh, I like this. I like this a lot.
Yeah, there's a big payoff for the raid deck. If you've got some aggressive creatures with a bit of evasion, 3 mana 3/2, all in on that.
Yeah, I mean, 4 mana 3/2's okay. If you can get it cheaper, that's really good. I like this card quite a bit. Be aggressive, take the 1/1 unblockable guy.
Yeah.
Do it.
Loving a Siren Reaver. Alright. We'll keep going with a Slippery Scoundrel. It's a 3 mana 2/2, so 2 and a blue for a 2/2. It has Ascend, and if you can Ascend it, you get the City's Blessing, so it has Hexproof and can't be blocked. Which is really good if you have Ascend, and really, really mediocre when you don't. Which is most of the time.
Yeah, I don't like it. By the time you've got that unblockability, it's really late in the game.
Yeah, and a 2/2
I don't
Hexproof
like it.
unblockable isn't that good on turn 6 or turn 7.
Not really. Not when they've got big dinosaurs out.
So Slippery Scandal is going to get a pass.
Out of here. Soul of the Rapids. 3 blue for a 3/2 flying hexproof. Okay, I like this card.
Yeah.
Just because it's got evasion.
Evasion, it has Hexproof. Like, chuck your auras on this, get that +1/+1 and draw a card, get that +1/+1 and lifelink.
Yeah, this card's good. I like this. And it's weird that it's an elemental because we don't really care about elementals in this set, but this is going into the, I think, the Merfolk deck a little bit more than the other decks because they like pumping their creatures a bit more.
Yeah, I don't know, just blue decks. The raid deck is going to want this so it can trigger raid consistently later in the game. When it gets difficult.
Yeah. It's still only got 2 toughness, so it can be blocked in the air if they have something, but yeah.
Oh, really good card. Don't want a lot of them though. It is 5 mana for a 3/2, so
yeah, 1 or maybe 2 max.
Right. Next we have the Spire Winder. This is a 4 mana 2/3 flying, and if you have the City's Blessing, it gets +1/+1 with Ascend. So this is a really mediocre flyer. I think of all the flyers we've seen so far, this is pretty poor.
Yeah, it's not the best. I'm not a fan.
Keep moving on Snake.
Yeah. Yeah, we can keep moving on this too. 1/3 for 2. No one wants this.
A card. Alright, the Time Stream Navigator's more interesting. What about this?
Yeah, this is our wallpaper for this one. 2 mana, 1 and a blue for a 1/1 human pirate wizard, and it has Ascend. And 2 blue tap. Put Time Stream Navigator on the bottom of its owner's library. Okay, then you get to take an extra turn after this one and activate this ability only if you have the City's Blessing. Out of here!
Yeah, no. This is a really interesting card. It's got a lot going on. It's got awesome art. Mr. Chen, you've done a good job.
Yeah,
but
beautiful art.
No, this is not getting played anywhere outside of a janky EDH combo.
No way.
Because I think I saw it posted recently on one of our Facebook groups. You can play this. You can play the Archmage Ascension, which lets you find a card instead of drawing at each turn. So you just tutor this instead of drawing, and you need haste. So you can take infinite turns with this after you jump through a few hoops. Sure. And you have Ascend.
Yeah.
Sorry, just tack that on as well. Yeah, not that good. Even if this didn't have a send, if it was just 4 blue, take an extra turn, like it would be okay. Be fine.
Yeah, I mean that's still good, but
It would be
it's
good
not.
but it's a mythic, so
Yeah. Well done. Yeah, they made the mythic unplayable. That's good.
in the long line of unplayable blue mythics.
Yes.
All right. What about this? This is better.
Warkite Marauder. 1 and a blue for a 2/1 flyer. I'm in. And when it attacks, target creature defending player controls loses all abilities and has base power and toughness 0/1 until end of turn. So anything that could be blocking it is no longer blocking it, which is awesome.
Yeah, and anything that could block something on the ground, if this is going to get through, you just take that down, and this is an excellent card.
Yeah, this is a really good card. I'm a fan.
This is a pretty easy first pick, I would say.
Yeah, it's aggressive. It's gonna let you raid whenever you need to, and yeah, I can't see a downside to it. This, like, it's so good. I think it. Do you think it could be there for constructed if there's a pirate deck?
Yeah, if that aggressive sort of blue-red deck gets there, I think you're kind of torn in pirates between red-black and blue-red. So I don't know which way they're going to go, because you got Kitesail freebooters on one side and this on the other side. So
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, we'll have to wait and see if, because there's a lot of stuff happening in standard at the moment, whether this will be good enough to get there.
Yep.
But definitely for limited, snap pick that.
Yep. Take it. Be happy.
Alright, well, that should do it for our... No, we have one more. Sorry, I almost forgot this is a really important card. What a
Yeah,
note.
this is a really good one.
This is Claustrophobia.
Yeah, exactly. Claustrophobia, and it's a common. Usually, when claustrophobia is in a set, blue is the best color. So, take that how you want. But I think, this is really, really good. Unconditional removal, pretty much.
The fact this is a common means you're going to be able to get a few of them. This is the best blue removal spell by far. And yeah, as you said, there's a lot of good blue evasive creatures. This is going to lock down anything you need. I'm really interested in blue for this set.
Yeah, me too.
This card.
Yeah, pretty much. It just makes having this at common just makes, especially in a small set, as we said before, you get the cards more often. It just means you can do so much more with blue than you usually can.
For those who haven't seen Claustrophobia before, it was first printed in Innistrad, and it is enters the battlefield, tap a creature, and that creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. So it's kind of like pacifying that creature. A very similar effect.
Yeah, and it's just because blue doesn't get a card that just kills a creature, and this effectively does it, and that is usually a weakness of blue. So the fact that it has it just opens up its, its ability to do more different things, which makes it better.
Awesome. And so that does it for our blue cards for Rivals of Ixalan. As we just said, really looking forward to playing some blue in Rivals.
Yep, blue-green Merfolk especially.
Alright, well, thanks for joining us for the blue cards, and we'll see you back for the next set, the red cards, in just a few minutes.
Yep, see you soon, guys.